And that's a workout. I count that as a workout, what you just did.
I picked this up from like Angeline or like Elvira. It's always leg out.
Oh, leg out to elongate?
Yeah, exactly. You know sexy, you know.
I love it, totally. So how did you discover Trixie? Like, where did the name come from?
Well, it's kind of a less funny story. I had a not great relationship with my stepdad. He used to call me a Trixie when I was acting too feminine or crying. So I always hated that word because it's kind of a slur.
Yeah.
And then I was working on a production of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, like the midnight movie showings, you know, where like your parents go and get drunk and throw popcorn and stuff. Yeah. And the character I was doing ended up being called Trixie. So it was like fate. It was like this word I hated.
And you turn it around and use it.
And now it's an international conglomerate.
Actually, taking something negative and making a positive. That's really cool.
How did you do Kelly? How did you come up with Kelly?
You know what? I think I was supposed to be, they thought I was going to be a boy. And maybe the name goes both ways. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a bisexual name.
I was telling, yeah, to each his or her own. But so now you DJ professionally, right?
Yes.
How did you get into this? Because I feel like that is harder than what I do. I feel like it's easier to go out. No,
yes, it's
harder because people are very, you know what I'm saying? A DJ can ruin a moment, especially like wedding receptions. You can kill a wedding reception with a horrible DJ.
Oh, or a corporate gig? Mama.
Yeah, corporate gigs are hard in general.
Mama.
Yeah.
I just did a corporate
No, I've done those,
I did one like last week, and it was truly like your uncle from Stamford, Connecticut with a lanyard on. And I'm like, everybody hokey pokey, you know, like it was very like bar mitzvah DJ, but it was like a tech conference.
Yeah.
No one knew who I was. I didn't know who I was, but it was really fun. I had like the four gay interns like, yeah. And that's all you need.
No, when you win over anyone in that crowd, you feel success in a different way.
Oh, I don't know if sometimes you get the compliment of like, I didn't think this was gonna be good.
And
which is a real compliment.
It is, but it doesn't feel like a total compliment.
Oh, I am like, Mom, thanks a lot, you know? Are your parents super supportive? Like,
oh my God, we have the same mom. This is insane. My mom is the most honest mom, and if you don't want the real answer, do not ask.
No, my mom will come to my like stand-up shows, and I'll be like, how'd you like it? She'll be like, people were laughing.
I wasn't one of them.
Totally. One time she said, well, I don't really get it because I'm not in the lifestyle. And I was like, you didn't have to do that.
You didn't have to.
You didn't have to do that. You could have just said it.
Oh my God, you're so wait, tell us more about Trixie Motel Season 2. This is different than the first one.
So in Season 1, my partner David and I opened a motel in Palm Springs, California.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. If you've never been to Palm Springs, it's like living in a painting. It's unreal, right?
Different time, yeah.
Different. It's beautiful. The motel's thriving. And for Season 2, we buy a house together and move in and decorate our dream home together. And I thought it would be easier because I'm like, oh, it's not a commercial property.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, when you have two gay men saying, I think the vase should be purple, you know, things can get very heated.
I was gonna say, that seems like it would be, more difficult.
I mean, it was fun doing the house together. You can see in the series, it's a lot of our celebrity guest friends, because the house is in Hollywood, so all our real friends are actors and singers, and I love putting my friends to work for free. I'm like, you're a star, you get paid too much, grab a paint bucket, come on, you know.
I know, but that stuff is fun. That's fun.
It is.
Creating,
And so much can go wrong.
Yeah.
Which you will find out on the series.
But then it can kind of lead to something that you didn't think was gonna happen. That's why I don't mind it if things go wrong. Everything goes wrong. Anytime you're renovating or you're decorating, you're doing anything like that, I feel like there's never a time something doesn't go wrong.
People get divorces over changing wallpapers in the powder room.
Or other things,
Or anything. So it was really wild. And my friend Lisa Vanderpump, who's on the season, was like, Trixie, everything in renovation takes twice as long and costs twice as much. And she's right.
Yeah.
Everything takes forever.
It does.
But the house is beautiful, and it was not without trials and tribulations, and the series definitely covers that.
And that's fun. Well, that's the fun part. That's the really fun part. All right. Well, we have to take another short commercial break. You can see Trixie Motel Drag Me Home on Max. Check it out, everybody.